Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I always believed marriage was anchored in loyalty. You choose one person, give them your trust, your time, your heart, and expect they'll protect it the same way you protect theirs. For years, I truly thought my wife and I had that kind of unshakable connection. But betrayal doesn't crash through the door. It slips in quietly, finding the cracks you didn't even know existed. It began with small shifts. She grew distant. Her phone might as well have been a locked vault. Suddenly she was working late, even though her job had never demanded late nights before. She dressed up more, wore perfume for simple errands, acted nervous when I entered a room unexpectedly. I kept telling myself I was imagining things. Stress, fatigue, paranoia, I blamed everything except the truth. But truth always finds a way to surface. One afternoon I came home earlier than usual. Her phone was buzzing on the kitchen counter. I shouldn't have looked, but instinct overpowered restraint. The name on the screen froze me in place, her ex. Message after message appeared. Last night was incredible. I can't wait to see you again. I've missed you so much. My stomach dropped. She wasn't just cheating, she was cheating with the one person she promised me was nothing more than a closed chapter. The very man she swore she had moved on from. I confronted her that night. She collapsed into tears, apologizing, insisting she was confused, claiming it didn't mean anything. But the messages said everything she tried to deny. Strangely, I didn't explode with rage. Instead, an icy calm washed over me, because I already knew exactly how I was going to respond. I wasn't going to yell or plead. If she wanted to play these games, I would show her what real consequences felt like. I contacted her ex's wife. Let's call her Sarah. She had always been polite in the few gatherings we'd shared, but we were never close. When I told her what was going on, she didn't fall apart. She didn't cry. She looked at me with a steady, burning anger. So they've been sneaking around behind both our backs? She asked. Yes. She exhaled slowly, then gave a sharp, bitter smile. Then maybe it's time they learn what betrayal feels like. And just like that, the plan took shape. We didn't rush into anything out of desire. It wasn't passion pulling us together, it was pain, disappointment, and the need to reclaim a sense of control. Sarah invited me over to talk, and one conversation turned into several. One night became two. We connected through shared wounds, through the lies we had both been fed. Every excuse my wife used on me, her husband used the exact same ones on her. Word for word. It was almost unbelievable. Eventually, things between Sarah and me moved from emotional to physical. We didn't hide it. We made sure it wouldn't stay a secret. One night, my wife came home pale and shaking, her phone in her hand. You slept with her? She whispered, horrified, staring at a picture Sarah and I had taken, smiling arm in arm. I met her eyes calmly. I just followed your lead. You slept with your ex, so I slept with his wife. She broke instantly, sobbing, yelling, asking how I could do this to her. The hypocrisy would have been hilarious if it hadn't been so pathetic. She shattered our marriage, but the moment I mirrored her actions, suddenly she felt wronged. Her ex learned the truth too. Sarah made sure he felt the sting. Watching that smug arrogance drain from his face was a satisfaction I can barely describe. The aftermath was messy. My wife begged for another chance, promised she'd cut him off, swore she would prove herself. But there was nothing left to fix. Loyalty can't be revived after it's deliberately destroyed. Sarah's marriage collapsed just as mine did. But unlike our spouses, we didn't fall apart. We didn't turn our situation into some romantic fantasy either. We understood exactly what our connection was, not love, but closure. The funniest part? Once everything came to light, my wife and her ex couldn't stand each other. The thrill of sneaking around vanished the moment they were exposed. They fought constantly, blamed one another, and within weeks, their little affair crumbled. They ruined 2 marriages for nothing. What they were left with was guilt and regret. I filed for divorce, cut all ties, rebuilt my life from the ground up. It wasn't simple, but I did it with my dignity intact. Looking back, I don't feel bitterness, I feel strength. I refused to let her betrayal break me. Instead, I turned the pain back toward the person who caused it. Do I regret what I did? Some would say revenge doesn't solve anything. Maybe they're right. But sometimes the only way someone understands the damage they've done is when they get hit with the same blow. She tried to make a fool out of me. But in the end, she became the fool. She felt the same sharp, cold, unforgiving sting she once handed me. So who truly won? Not her. Not her ex. Not even Sarah. It was me. Because I walked away stronger, more self-aware, and completely free. My wife cheated with her ex, so I slept with his wife. And that single decision showed her exactly what betrayal tastes like. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.